this is for my greatest good, because my purpose in this life, in this lifetime, on this planet, in this body, is to have these experiences so that I can take those experiences and mold myself and gain strength in ways that I didn't know existed before those experiences to become who I'm meant to be. Because every human has, we all have a purpose in life. It's just a matter of whether we are brave enough, strong enough, intuitive enough to follow that path. And I think often when people go through struggle, they allow it to take over their life. They allow it to be their identity.
Yes,
they allow it to
point.
Take them down. They go through the rest of their life being the person that got hit by a car, being the person that lost their parents young, being the person that lost their job and lost their home, being the person that had, and I'm not taking away from people that go through struggle in life. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone is going to have a struggle in life to some degree. And it is up to you whether you choose to allow that to be your identity.
Yes.
Or whether you choose to allow that to be the thing that makes you become the identity that you want.
That's such a good thought, Brianna. Well said. I'm like, that, I feel like that's a question that's like asked in school or something. Like, let's say an essay topic that's like, what is your identity?
Mm-hmm.
What would you answer? I'm like, that is such a tough question.
You know, it changes.
Rather than it being something physical, like, oh, I am a
pageant queen. I don't know why.
I don't know why I said that. I am a, like, what's the first thing you'd say? You'd probably be like, I am a mother.
For number one.
And then you would follow that up by a profession or a hobby or an interest. For me, I'm a mother. I'm an artist. I'm a sister. So you're identifying roles that you play in this life versus like,
who are you?
That's such a tough question. Like,
but I will say this too, for me personally, something that has helped me to answer that question for myself is my spiritual work.
Mm-hmm.
Is the work that I do, my very, very intentional work that I do with myself and my coach, my spiritual coach, because what that allows is a space for me to only think about that question. In that space, whether it's in my own time or with my spiritual coach, it allows me these moments in time to really think about that and nothing else. Because
when else would we have those moments, right? Because you're just in that identity. You're in that cycle. Like
constantly.
For instance, I have to just keep going back to motherhood because this is the phase that you and I are in. We're both young new moms.
Of course.
And this is like beyond, and we're both full-time at home. Like this is beyond, it's not just full-time. It's like beyond full-time, right? So you don't have a moment to really think outside of yourself. And this is kind of connecting back to the episode that we just had talked about before, which is really kind of fulfilling that role in having to be so present all the time that you kind of neglect that self, like that identity of self. And I see this like right now with myself, like you have to show up constantly, but I find myself like struggling to do that all the time. But that also is my identity. Like this is the moment of my life. They're only going to be young for so long. And then they're going to be grown up and out of the house and adults.
Like that quote says, you're going to know your kids as adults for a long time, but you're only going to know them as little kids for a very brief moment.
Such a short time. And it feels like forever. Like, you know, when they're first born,
you're like, that's why the other quote, the days are long, but the years are short. I could not. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quotes that I've like once becoming a parent. I'm like, whoa, now I get it.
They really hit you hard.
Like it takes a village.
It seriously, oh my gosh. Like this is again a whole other topic. Like taking a village and creating a system that works. Like we're going to get into this like another time because I don't want to go too far off the path of like the topic we want to discuss today, but just like having that support system and community, and women today, even like as young mothers cannot function without having some sort of support, but yet a lot of the times a lot of women don't, and there's no system to have that. But yeah, I feel like maybe there's this bigger disconnect that we have because we are putting so much pressure to have a definition of that phrase, like, who am I identifying as?